Welcome to another edition of the Critical Thinking Talk Show. I will add Miss Lebby shortly, and I will go from there. As in a come please let me know. Thank you. And I know say I still move towards it, so no laughing is allowed though. Let's see. My patient me already try for adding a guess. Yes. My patient me I still they try forget Miss Lebby in, and I get forget other people as well. I'll say na the hearing me. You can the hearing me, please. Okay. And I welcome at the add Miss Lebby at the moment. And I thank you for the time. Uh-oh. Miss Lebby, I add you now. Yes, Mr. Dumbia, it has been a while. How you do? Welcome. Mr. Bog Dumbia, how are you? And I patient me, yeah? Miss Sweet Bonita, Mr. Bete, and I all welcome. Mr. Abubakar Mara, and I all welcome. Miss Lebby, I add you, but I don't know. I don't know why I need to go through. Yeah, they add you, madam. And for come on, or send me an I think na request for call another invite. Send me a request so you will join me, please. Oh, well, that's great. Tina, they hear me good. Miss Lebby, please come on. I see you wave and I add you, but I don't know. I need to go through.
Hi.
Oh, there you go. Hello, darling.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. How was your day?
I'm okay. Thanks, everybody. Hello.
Thank you for your time. And I want to say again, my condolences to the loss of your friend.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome and thank you for making time today. Greetings to all my fellow Sierra Leoneans them around the world, and welcome to this edition of the Critical and our continued support and well wishes to each of una we reach out either by phone call, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, distribution, and join the live show on the here under the Critical Thinking Talk Show. I extend me profound gratitude to our again. Today I get with me a young lady where they do well back home in her own little way, for keeping informed. Young, but she's very young, but a lady we admire in strength and effort. It is an honor again to have you with me here today. For now, we join voice for Move Mama Salon forward. Una, please join me for welcome Precious Lebby, and I will pause here for a minute and have you come in and introduce yourself to the one they were not familiar with you, which I doubt. So I'll give you the floor, madam.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much, Khadija, for bringing me up here and for talk about Sierra Leone, a beautiful Sierra Leone. Well, I guess for the one that will not know me na Precious Amebel Lebby, and me na a young journalist na Salon, and me na the founder and managing director for Pulse Africa Online Television, and same way so me na advocate, and I dey advocate for women and girl picking them, especially na salon. And so by and large, that's Precious Amabel Levy.
Wonderful. Thank you, and welcome again. And see, they me good, eh?
Yes, I'm
You know,
very
say
good,
that
very fine.
masterpiece when it comes to the live. Me na buku right now.
No, you're getting there, it's fine.
Yes, thank you. So, as a Sierra Leonean, we love in country, and like any of you now, we watch today, I want to make we establish the following. Do I make we discuss the underlying issue present to the floor, not people per se, and make we agree to disagree in a peaceful manner. Make we also remember that Sierra Leone, we as every Sierra Leonean have the right to their own individual point of view, opinion, perception, freedom of speech, and freedom of association. I believe, say, if we respect the above underlying rules set forth, we go able to hold meaningful discussion. Not at any time we will condone either attack of me guests, me participants, or with viewers, then no profanity will be allowed here. Please, you are not doing respectfully. You get the right for disagree with me or me guests or any participant, but we will not go allow anyone way go well with peaceful discussion today. Also get the right for vex, but they are not vex. So, Miss Lebby, as you know, I reach out to you. I know say you do very well for Mama Salon in your little ways, with your voice, so on and so forth. For a young woman we admire and respect, and I respect you point of view. Believe say dialogue like this is necessary. We all meet. We say why we feel, how we feel, what to make we say what you say, and just in effort now we bring about the best of Mama Salon. So in that light, like away from I reach out to you. So now we talk about the incident of the 31st, 2019 will happen. Then we will land to the incident, the Hesters, the United Kingdom. Last week, of course, we've been supposed to meet, but because of your funeral issue with your friend, obviously not being so not sorry, days ago, a couple days ago, and not possible. Understandable. So I want to start first with the unfortunate incidents were happening at the Republic of Sierra Leone. You want to do that, and then go line to the protest of the United Kingdom.
Okay, plenty thank you, Khadija. I want to start by saying I salute you for the good job you did do in creating a platform for, let we get to dialogue. Dialogue, I can always say, as long as not the good for Mama Salon, we not for free for disagree with we campaign them, but as long as we do them in a respectable manner, where they reflect we as a person and even with country, we come out. The incident where we happened May 31st, like you rightly say, it was an unfortunate one na Salon. And the way being gets for do with the judiciary where they be cut the case of MPs them we been the APC where SLPP them in filed petition them against where now it turned out say when they do the verdict, the APC members of parliament then we lost their seats and automatically it been go over to SLPP. At that time, because me usually I not can talk on issues if I know the day, if I know don't go na the scene because I not can like for talk per hearsay. So that particular day, I been go later part na the scene na the APC party office, which I see a lot of canisters them then are gone. Police them mean barricade the area and downside towards FSSG, they may get tired away born. And walking, coming up to like Hanabenka Kuka Street, coming up side, you will see bottle and a grown, you will see a lot of cigarettes and when they open tear gas canister, that powder, it turn red. Any side where it touch you, if you don't ever witness that one day, because I've been through it a lot of times, then turning in a college, so it turn red. So now grown safe, you see the powder there, of the canister there where they don't open, and also it was a rough situation. So in all of this wire, so right when me day, police then come and the police, I mean, they say, oh, let we come out today, let we come out today. Even when they spot somebody, they say, but not journalist, Ali, today, Samia. No, let everybody go. So I had to start moving back and forth with them. And during that time, they all, when the crowd hesitates, there was no violence at that time. But when the crowd hesitates for go up by Mama Street, then they fire, how you call them, tear gas for let everybody scatter because we know say anytime them fire tear gas na for let all man scatter na place. So I've been get for go inside my former employment place that na Star Television. So I've been go up there na day a day where I see some guys then they pelt stones at the police, then the police then self they fire tear gas, then they run up and down, say some man them motorcar themselves, them in boss the motorcar, then whether now with stone or canister, I cannot tell. Now, for me, in all of that one day, I was baffled by a lot of things, okay? Because one, the verdict has been passed. We respect that. The problem I had at that time was why then swear in the MPs them automatically? That was one. And secondly, why is it in our constitution, or are we following precedents, that wrong precedents that other people had set before this time? Are we following that? Also, in our constitution say automatically when the court pass verdict on election petition case, the one we can second, now in the get now in the automatically be the MP. I did a program, I talked about that. To my dismay also, the the output of the police tender day to me, it was wrong. Now, holistically, I didn't have a problem with them, but one thing we know, any side problem dey, if me and you dey make plabanaya so, police no come, we dey able for settle am. But anytime we police come, it dey aggravate the situation. Anytime we police come, it is temper the flare up. All right, it's just natural because it come with someone with a facing of violence in this part of the world. Salona, so we did think, I don't know for other country. And so the police then go overall, then go for go protect the territories and all. But Salon police, one thing I've always had problems with them, they forget their motto, protecting lives and property. Now, underline the word lives. You're supposed to protect life first before you protect property. Okay. Now, if you go, definitely not for decorum, not for sanity, because that place in a residential area, because certain Sierra Leoneans then you get for born tire them right before FSSG school and all. It was wrong. But again, two wrongs cannot make a right. All right. Now, the side who side I get problem with the police and not to even for let them go for go bring sanity to the situation. If you then are do me they afraid you are they inside me house. If you come and fire tear gas inside me house, when I run come on a door, you not think say that you were afraid and they can't meet you, you will go for be brutal to me. Let's be honest. The police there, we all know, say, 10 like their riots and all, then they become violent in the name of protecting themselves. It's their job, respect it. But if people then they not in party office, me not been feel say it been sane enough for letting the fire canisters then inside the party office. Also, you get hundreds of people in the day, and we all know what in tear gas they do. We place warm, you they sweat, then send her inside the you. Yeah, they burn everything. Now, if they run come out na door, then they can't meet there. Then go take koboko, then go take tick, then go take gun waste, then go knock them. The whole situation will become more chaotic and will be more harm than good. So that was my point with them. I came out, I tried to condemn it from a program where we make say this is not about SLPP APC. Was between the Sierra Leone police and opposition party. You know, me say when you the opposition, me say you don't turn enemy of the state. It shouldn't be that. So state actors like the police for no say, government come and go, but we the people of Sierra Leone, we remain. And so when then they on duty, when then they try for go about their work, they will think about the country and its citizenry first. So that was my problem with them. And then also I call on, the judiciary, me brother and good friend, na the PRO, na the judiciary say, we need people to come out and tell us what was this whole thing about. This petition cases them. And then I also say, APC didn't say they may don't petition 36 cases them or 33 cases them. Waiting at the outcome of that one day. We want for no. And as God could have it on AYV on Sunday, this past Sunday, we may get for understand, say, they APC them not in petition, they not go through with 33 petition cases then. So then go through with some them where SLPP do APC do, but they abandon the cases them along the way, so they not proceed. But on the one them where they put forward, APC then win 12. APC then win 12 petition cases then where the country don't know about. We never knew about it. The only one we know about are the one where SLPP they win, and at this prominent one said we don't know the other one then because they said they don't win other one then before the one they are, so we don't know. So I call on the judiciary, say they need to be speaking to us, the citizens of this country. The PL system need for grade up. They need for the country on television, on radios, and all. That day, Naim I even get to understand, say, well, I don't want to take him as fact because that was between lawyer Givao and lawyer Timbo, Adal Timbo. Then they go back and forth on where Samuel Wisely ask him, say, so is it that it possible, right for people away, they don't take their seats and they automatically for go to the other one. Lawyer Geva will say, oh, well, yes, the second man, now if automatically gets them because it means say, in this particular case, the petition, the way they do, the people always stand in the first place, not being for stand. So according to the ballots and all, the one that we can second are the realistically me no one for bank on that one day because as I say that was between MP and former MP and all and one for take on that one day. But waiting at the say, at least I was happy that they come out, try to make we the public, we the carrier of these messages no say. This election cases has been going on for so long. Till wait for me take 4 months. It take over 1 year. Why the deficiency in the judiciary? That means something is wrong. And try for downplay them and all. But if we're going forward, if we want to see a new Sierra Leone, that's where it starts. The fundamental problems about justice delayed, justice denied. You understand? So for that in May 31st, these were the issues, where the raised and concerns that we been talk about.
Excellent. Well stated. I think you nail it. You make some salient points them in terms of, the delayed in how they handle this issue. Where me personally think that, well, if we don't just promote not being to money three, and we try for promote peace, unity, and oneness, forge ahead. I believe say that in one of the things that we they probably just done for peace sake, let it be. Just like how the opposition, the All People's Congress, decides say for peace sake, they're not going to fight or battle against the wrongfully selection of the head of the Speaker of Parliament. So I believe say if self be don't succumb to that or don't accept whatever the decision was from the head, let's say 1 year later, it's like we take in 5 steps forward, we don't take 10 steps backwards. Because it need help for promote the peace where we all the yearn for.
Yes,
Uh,
please.
yes. Oh, okay. You they get somebody they call you.
No, it's fine. I get you.
They respond to me. Yeah. So like I say, I equally agree with everything what you say so far, and so I will allow you that you come in with the next one. Then we'll go back again and revisit this May 31st. So now
Okay.
we
Okay. And so to the protest we've been going na the UK by the main opposition, the All People's Congress, where they been put up because me and are friends with a lot of APC big people and we, influencers them like the likes of Leo Capscano, Kantakana, Perspective, Scope, and the rest. We all now waiting call on Facebook. So there are a lot of times, even before that protest they been take place, we don't see a lot of and we, then they call on people and say, oh, let them come out on a door, let them go they use some derogatory words, which sorry, I cannot use here. So let people in Comonado, let them go talk about the human rights abuser, the this and that, then they talk about all of that. So I don't already know, say, I don't preview to the fact, say, um, then go get for do that kind protesting, which was good, which I had no problem with myself because I can always say for we get country where nobody not they criticize, where all man they praise no more. There is a problem. We need checks and balance. We need people and for they put president on in tow. Whether it's positive, constructive criticism, call it what you may, but as long as it's up, Mr. President say, Mr. President, you have to act up, you have to brace up, you have to do more, or you have to maintain what you're doing, or you don't be complacent, which is good. So that day I've been listening to because like I always say Sierra Leone comes first for me. I'll die a Sierra Leone. I'll die protecting my country because here is home for me. That day, I did listen to one video where my brother Abdullah Jallo from I on Sierra Leone where he post. Okay, so when he did talk, nine he post the video say look what's going on, and then me said I listened to the video. When I listened to the video, there was this white member of parliament or so, one white woman when they ask the people and women they protest, they ask them, say, do you have freedom of speech in Sierra Leone? Then say no. Do you have the opposition? Do they have rights in the country? Then say no. Do you have human rights and all and this and that? Then say no. Okay, now I look at them say what they did in their rights, they were correct, they were okay to do that. But then when the woman go further for say, so if all of this in the country in people they're not able for enjoy this one year so and previously, like I said, I go back to all of the posts them where me daddy Leroy Capscano, where I get respect for him so much, where it don't they do and we can't can yourself don't they do. And I will say this Naya. So one thing where I always they say I love Mike Bewa and Perspective Scope so much. The reason because these people for me they are intellectuals. Like waiting we they talk no more say we always disagree for we agree. They always they work with facts. You go see today Mike Bewa come out he post waiting president don't do. Waiting scope they do. Perspective Scope they go take waiting president Kuruma he said we don't do today. He put am. You understand? But you not go ever hear me old and they come, then go cause this, then go cause Sierra Leone and say, na so we country, then na so we this, or even cause we president. If you the cause we president means say automatically you don't cost the country. If you just swear the president, if you don't mean good for the president, means say you are doing the same to your country because come what may president be you they govern this country for now. Tomorrow, 5 years down the line, it go be saying other person I get for govern. Government come and go, but the country, the people, and we remain. So, so based on that one, the way I see that when the people and they answer that way they, and then I remember waiting me daddy Leo Capscano and Kanta is so can lost them, but I respect us big word so I don't can comment, I can just smile over and we maintain we respect for each other because me I don't want to get blows. So I look at her and say, no, I say, this is wrong. I feel we need for talk to the white people because now it seems to see they are taking our issues. They do not know nothing about us. Then just they take by hearsay. So let we the people, we then are yasu, we they suffer. Let we tell them waiting they go on. Khadija, waiting are for me. If you don't involve me, now against me, not for me. As much as, like I say again, political party, opposition, APC, it's their right to protest, which I agree with them 100%. The only side they get problem with, it's about them putting the case as though they're representing us Sierra Leoneans. I did a program, I talked about it. Listen, APC, SLPP, these are sister parties. Now, this country with the civil side and the meet and the bind and the talk. Now, Parliament we see outside and they ask for increment in their salary and work allowance. They all came together. They were all in unity. That's for sure. You said the only thing where they divide them at this country. Now, when they come to we the voters, we the populace, then they make like say the center cannot hold things to fall apart. Then we get anarchy. You understand? So I thought that it was wrong at all levels. It was so wrong at all levels. They didn't need to do it at the time for represent we because when you talk about bread and butter issues in Sierra Leone, we are the layman out there. We are the ones that knows it all because we feel it. When you see them get them picking away they na streets, they do prostitution. When you see them not that for 5,000, for 10,000. right? When they want to get a balanced story, I feel say these are the things we they need for talk about and represent we. Why are those people going out there for 5,000, get for sleep with 15, 20 man for net? And we feel say everything is okay. No, everything is not okay. But why not represent us? We see, for example, waiting Liberia then do. Liberia then come out in their numbers. They not come out with mauve. They not come with orange. They came out as Liberians, requesting what is due them. Why them vote for President Where George Where? They ask. Police no go brutalize them because united we stand. If salon we put green, red, orange, excuse me, we put all apart. We come together as a people. We team up and demand from president, from government, if at any point in time police or whoever come and touch we, then what are they telling the people? They are telling the international world that they do not care about us, that we don't get rights and even we country. But when opposition do believe you me, the one no they take am serious because you know wetin do. Then they always say this why are so bona because then the opposition, everything what the government do, then they oppose them. So this one are so hidden at the country. You
So
get
let me
me?
here. 1 second, honey. Respect your view, right? One thing what we establish is that what will they communicate with the debate on today, the national issue, correct?
Yes,
And
please.
national meaning is everyone is included, right? None is
Okay.
excluded.
Yes.
Okay. So the way I mean look and when I listen to the voice of many, if we did talk about national issue also include Sierra Leone People's Party, All People's Congress, NGC, and all political party will exist in the Republic of Sierra Leone, correct?
Mhm.
Right. So if we talk about national issue, then these set of individuals then decide for calm in collaboration, right? For saying this will happen. Now the Republic of Sierra Leone will stand and will stand strong for the international body here. I personally have to disagree here. I personally look at it as a national issue. Now that way they didn't handle them because at that day I don't see any SLPP color, I don't see any APC color, I don't see NGC. You understand? Let's say coincidentally, or like how you say, let's say you're correct in terms of your statement saying that these testers, they happen to be supporters or members of the People's Congress, right? I believe, say, we will still equally give them credit for the fact that they stand what is not correct or inhumane or barbaric behavior where we as Sierra Leoneans, the practice nowadays in Sierra Leone will not be ever exist. I, Khadija Tijan, don't join hands with many other concerned Sierra Leoneans here in the state of New Jersey. And me stand, it was never to stand against we government, but to always stand for what is right. In the time of the Ebola, me and many other Sierra Leoneans, we walk down, talk to the international world, okay, we need help. Not only in the state of New Jersey, we also take this to United Nations. And this now the time of His Excellency Dr. Enes Baikoma. I, Khadija Tijan Nabi, during the time of His Excellency Dr. Enes Baikoma, the people that were with the serve on the United for Salon, every concern within the make in recording, you understand? Say like the Salon branch go and visit them. Every concern within they put forth, whether it's that they need to get the basic necessity, you understand? They need to get whatever it is that they deprive of. I make sure say I put in a form of a video or an audio. I put up a press release, a write-up, because my concern. If they eat, maybe not me not eat.
if me able for afford $5 in America and then for move on today, but then fellow Sierra Leonean and deprived, they're not deprived. You understand? So for me, it's never about APC or SLPD. It's about the layman we're not able forget in and to much. You understand? One thing we not get United for Salon not go able for cover every Sierra Leonean for happen. You understand?
Yeah.
Government's not go able for handle everything. But we as Sierra Leonean, if we stand united and we stand for the truth, I believe it will be a better Sierra Leone. When we take we affiliation and we selfish interests above the interests of fellow Sierra Leonean, it's very sad. You understand? So for me, let's say coincidentally, they happen to be all people, they be members of the All People's Congress, but they stand with it. But when things like that they happen, for many people, them it's all about politics. But for some of us, we they look at the humanitarian side of it. You understand?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. They attack Lebby. Son, you don't attack me. You get me?
Yes.
Say, if it's not directly or indirectly related to me, then I'm not for taken serious. You understand it? The sad part is that, like I say, when I look at the social media platform, whether it's Facebook or WhatsApp, it's so sad that we did stand for the wrong reason. Like from the previous administration too, all the folks came back again from the opposition non-protest. You understand? In the interest of the party, you get me? In the interest of the
Yes,
party.
I'm not cut you. I'm not cut you word, no man. You know, then that time where I talk about the May 31st, you
Yeah,
get certain people them way say they are members of other political parties, not in APC from the other side, like
right.
SLPP and other people. They will come at me say, "Oh, precious APC there, they don't buy you. Waiting do the time where they talk so, but say police then go now be the right thing police then do. Waiting do where them in they go you be they see APC then doing when them in they do the wrong then you understand it? They put them out. Oh, waiting do where APC then do then this. So one thing I always say when I come with this me own thing about this protest, right? If only in a perspective scope. He's a guy.
Yeah,
I don't know him. I feel also nine name. I don't know. I don't remember his real name. Yeah. If not him being put out, say, then they go protest. Believe you me, I don't forget problem with Danny. You know why? I got agitated and angry because I get a background, a semantics to that audio day, that video day. I already tell you, say, systematically, I've been following what's happening on social media and all. I due to key people, and what I tell you, say, they're actively involved in this, and always they put, they know they put Salomo, they put APC before. Now, let's take, for example, say they are concerned Sierra Leoneans. Now we say not to SLPP people because SLPP people, don't take, for example, and they're all glad with waiting they happen, which is not true because you get people in SLPP, we are sure say then go they
them.
disturbed. You understand? It will get problem. Now we take, for example, say perspective scope, being that the way you don't portray himself, don't put himself, don't carry himself on social media. How about even talk to NGC people then, talk to C4C, intellectually like put and say, listen up, this is about Sierra Leone, right? This current government, the carry the past government, all done. And always we just they say that tit for tat. Oh, when you talk to somebody, the first thing they can even that person they not be done do and back and all now in make and waiting. You get me? And so how about we come together? We not face this. You don't even need for put particular. You understand? Me, when I see you see phases, you're able for associate and say, okay, this one year so not from Sorry, I think the network they go on and off. You
Oh,
get me?
yeah, they hear you, honey. Yeah, they hear you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the first thing where you they able forget and say, well, this is not just from one political party, it is from the opposition. This opposition, yeah, so now then come together. For God's sake, we get over 16 political parties then. You understand? So it, like I say again, it the whole weight. And another thing when me be want for point out. I hate when people, no matter how salon we bad, we are not barbaric in Sierra Leone. I don't care what and say president or government do. We as a people, we are not cannibals. You know, we talk about me country and make it look like a war-torn country. Who say even investors they wait for Canada country because of una brother and sister plaba, una one bring and come to we own country. I will not agree. Sierra Leone, we are not barbaric. We don't get people them where they afraid for go sleep then na their host. We don't get na salonia so person we go say because of angry belly and all, then chook themselves, then kill themselves, you understand? Then go do them out of tramadol, kush, and all, they young bobody. But for say this, I'm angry. Now you make no. So that day, they waiting I be the try for tell them people, they let them know, even to that NP. Now the fact that all of what we have here now, it's inherited problems that we get. And systematically, we dey fail this country as so. Because now, before APC come, other party be don dey now this problem of seditious libel law, this problem of judiciary, this problem of human rights, it did not start from APC, it did not start from this current administration. You get what I mean? It don't start way before now. President Obama, he promised we journalists in this country associate. He then repeal the seditious libel law. Take he left in Odua. The issue of abortion in this country also, where they affect woman and girl picking them. They look at them say, now really just challenged problem that one day. President promised say he did one. He not do one. We don't get President Biona. We is even promise for seditious libel. Well, it don't take 2 years. We still the wait. So what did this tell you? This thing also tell you say it's ongoing. I would have loved if concerned Sierra Leoneans then come up and say, we have these problems in Sierra Leone. We have them, but it has gotten worse now. Trust
Thank you.
me, I would have
Good.
been up for it.
Good.
But when you create the picture, like I say, Sierra Leone was palace before 2018,
I,
and
I don't
after
think say
2018,
I don't
it
say
becomes a hell.
right. No, honey. Yeah, you
Yes.
get, but I don't believe say that was the intention, you understand? And waiting
Mhm.
union, like I said, the government's the responsibility not only lies in the hand, it lies in our own hands. So we God the bless, we own voice them for now we do things like this. Now we serve the help in we own little ways, right? But we must not
Mhm.
feel comfortable of anything we're not appropriate in our country. You understand? This statutory
Mhm.
still the exist. This raping is still the exist. The violence still the exist.
Mhm.
The tension now, wherein one of me very good friend where instead of get a talk show when at the Salon Network TV, Triple A, and viewers in a place, very nice gentleman. I talk the before wearing is that my foundation wearing my background. If me daddy come up from the Creole descendants, you understand? And then my mom in a side, you understand? My foundation don't tell me say I not get no room for discriminate. I not get no room for capture, you understand? So unfortunate part is that we all do agree or attest say we get tension. We get nowadays we've not ever been deceived before. Tribal or look at we say, oh, this is not Timini, this is not Mende, or whatever the case may be. We get the intention and they would exist. The people then they be taken from them position based on not merit or demerit, but more of can we call it abuse of power? Can we call it because of tribalism? I don't know. So these are things where we need for correct. Not all
Okay.
people most in our day under you as a journalist, you they try, but not everything will work out because your lifestyle in jeopardy. You understand? So if we the outside, I believe saying that thing they talk about freedom of speech. For certain things, if people talk harm, they will come in, whether directly or indirectly. I don't know if we get some problem with the internet. Did you hear me good?
Yes, I get you. They're going enough, but I get you. Yes.
Okay, honey. Yeah, you understand. So if in a day in the situation wherein certain things in are not able for expressing ourselves 100%, like how maybe we go able for stand on in a behalf. You they get me? I believe say that say with a cry down. My own intention when I stand with me other unions them during the time of His Excellency Nkrumah, or when they speak on behalf of United for Salon, the people that will they serve. Not at any time they look at me say I am not a patriotic citizen or they put down the government because they know so statements not only sabi I go say I dey choose you
I
for
want
do
to ask you something. If you talk on social media, say you regret being a Sierra Leonean, does that make you patriotic? I just
absolutely
want, is a yes or no?
not. That is not
Eh,
correct. That's not what good because no matter what, Sierra Leone body good or not, we own, now we place for push and yes, that's you a point. If anything say that, maybe out of frustration,
Um,
not it say,
okay.
not out of frustration. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
go ahead.
So Khadija, one thing where I always want to let people them know, right? Now the fact say, I became a journalist for a short while, but I always loved activism. The reason why I always love activism, I tell SLPP people them say right during the days of opposition, where SLPP them in the go na UN convention them. If you check na AYV, that time you will not get Facebook live then telling they na just post. Some of them tell themselves they see Facebook, then remember me say almost a year ago I be don't talk. Yeah. These are something where I always been to talk about. Say there was a time where SLPP been go and meet APC and Escoroma, then we get self, we get placard, where they call a wall best and all, say there is an irony with in at the third richest in the country, in the poorest of the poor. And I came out. I remember then telling like AYV, they able to get voice, for talk for let people and hear you. I said when you are doing this, it just feel like when you sit down, you gonna treat the talk, but you mama and you papa, you understand? You dey
Yeah,
naked them, you dey put everything. Tomorrow, when something go wrong, you want people dem for respect you, mama. I say some people e no dey born good pikin. If una the president, una want dey respect am, una no dey do that one day. Una dey wait where e calm. Now through the ballot box for God's sake, we're in a democratic society. When election time reach, then when they all una dey go meet, so una dey go explacato during the SLPP 10 when they dey in opposition. I say not to them they decide who that they vote, who that they can vote na yaso. Now una vote then go make una make president sidon or he commotes na power. You understand? I say so when you do these things, it's right for una for actually come on board and talk say this is wrong and all. But then how about Una put the country first? This was in for SLPP their own term. You understand? I've always been an advocate, and for me, I feel say I love my advocacy even more than journalism because just like what you they say, people would